Okay, everybody, welcome to the very first Real Deal. Oh, okay, you don't need to applaud. Oh, pause, and you're good. Okay, welcome to the very first Real Deal press conference. We are very excited to be coming to you here today from the UML conference room, and we just wanted to talk a little bit about the future of our organization. Now, we have a plan going forward. What is that plan, you might ask? We are calling it the Real Deal Manifest Destiny. Yep, that's our initiative now. And we need to briefly talk about our corporate sponsor. That would be the Olive Garden. When you're here, your family. Classic Italian cooking at an affordable price. Now some quick housekeeping before we go forward. We are going to be talking about our expansion and our rebranding. We're going to go through our new schedule that we've come up with to accommodate our ideas. We're going to talk about how your ideas can inform the future of this program, and we're going to talk about a few things that we've come up with. Now, of course, we need to shout out our main inspiration, our main number one, Elon Musk. We're thinking about you, buddy. Rest in peace. Sit easy in heaven, Elon. Now we need to bring back our corporate sponsor, Olive Garden. When you're here, you are family. Now, what's your favorite part of the Olive Garden? Is it the pasta? No. It's the unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks. And much like these unlimited breadsticks, you're going to have unlimited opportunities with the Real Deal going forward. We are not changing who we are or our original program, but we are saying yes to growth. We are becoming a network of sorts, or as we like to say, a family. We thought that network was a bit too cold for what we all mean to each other, and we came up with the Real Deal family, and this is our new logo. And we are going to be going forward with our next presenter, Michael Smith, who is going to be talking about our expansion and rebranding.
Thanks, Brandon. So I'll be talking about the new shows we're going to be adding this year. So for the past 10 years, we have been the entertainment news show, The Real Deal. And in this last semester, we rebranded our podcast a little bit, and now we have a video podcast. And so we have both those shows going. And in our next semester, we're planning to expand even further into 6 shows. Now, to bring this all online, the old Real Deal logo and the Real Deal podcast logo are a little off, so we'll be changing the Real Deal logo to this new one, which makes everything look good together. And the plan in expanding to 6 new shows is to give you more of the entertainment news you love and to expand our audience even further across the state. Just like Olive Garden has expanded across the United States, Olive Garden, when you're here, you're family. And now for more of the scheduling, we'll move to Eli.
So next semester we will be implementing a new schedule, but it's not entirely new as we will still be in the UML from 5:30 to 7:30 on Tuesdays and Fridays. On Tuesdays we will be doing the Real Deal show from 5:30 to 6:30, and then we will have 2 rotating shows from 6:30 to 7:30. And then on live day, we will still do the Real Deal podcast from 5:30 to 6:30, and then we will have 2 more rotating shows, but these are live from 6:30 to 7:30. And then next we'll have Kyle explain to you how you can pitch ideas for these new shows.
Thank you, Eli. So you guys may be wondering where we're going to get the ideas for these new shows that Eli just talked to you about. Well, that's where you come in. So we're going to give you guys the opportunity to pitch your own show for anybody who's an experienced Real Deal member with 1 or more semesters of experience. So anybody who's currently a member of the organization, this is your 1 semester. You can pitch us shows starting now, so get your pitches ready. So these shows, you can pitch the show with like a standard host in mind who's on the show every week, but there is a requirement that you must have at least like 1 rotating chair in your show idea so that anybody can get involved into the show and we can get as many people into the studio as possible. So the disclaimer that this is entirely optional. No one has to pitch us shows, but we want to give you guys the options to pitch us shows, much like Olive Garden gives you the option to build your own pasta bowl for only $9.99. Because at Olive Garden, when you're here, you're family. So if you're worried about coming up with ideas for the show, we've come up with a couple of ideas of our own that Angela is going to talk to you about now. So Angela?
Thanks, Kyle. So, We have a couple different show ideas that we want to pitch for you guys. These aren't shows that we need to have next semester or next year, but these are just shows that we came up with, we thought would be good ideas that we could potentially roll with. The first one is Rental Breakdown. It's definitely a dry humor kind of show, and it would be about a couple of people who rent random movies that they've never heard of before and breaking them down and reviewing them. And yeah, dry humor being like super dark humor and like having a mental breakdown during which. Next up, we have the Rob and Rob Show, because Rob Segovia and Rob White, we're very thankful and very lucky to have two talented guys who love talking about music and are so good at doing it. And so we thought it'd be a really good idea to give them the opportunity to do so, to bring other people on and share that love for music. Next up, we got Between the Reels. This would be a show that wouldn't be regular, it'd probably be irregular, it'd only be a couple minutes long. And it would be about interviewing crew members, interviewing talent members, just getting to know more of the people behind the show, getting to know their movies, or their favorite actors, and just fun little clips like that to familiarize viewers with the people behind the scenes of the Real Deal. And then next up, we like to keep video games out of the Real Deal, the show. As much as video games are part of the entertainment industry in general, we don't like to have it in the Real Deal show. So we thought that we'd break out our own show, and so we called it 8-Bit Chat. It'd be an opportunity for people to come around and talk about video games that they played, video games, their role in the industry and entertainment, and their experiences with them. So our ideas, these things we're going to start running next week. At the time that it's going up, the upcoming Friday, it'll be Friday the 20-something, I don't know. But we're going to start running these next week. We're going to run the shows, the practice shows we're going to run are the shows that we came up with, these ones that I just pitched. Just so we can get a lay of the land, see if the schedule works out, and then if it does, we can carry that into next semester and next year. And if you want to be a part of those, if you want to help us demo the shows, then by all means come around and you can join in on the shows, and we can see if it works out. And then for some new changes for the style guide and other things, I'm going to pass it over to Anthony Miglieri.
The Real Deal will also be making some changes to its style guide, which includes getting rid of some old ones and adding some new ones. And much like Olive Garden's ubiquitous dish, Tour to Italy, The Real Deal will be serving up a platter of tasty new segments, including But For Real, in which The Real Deal gets down to brass tacks on the serious issues of the world, and Men on the Street, in which we will be talking to regular people on the street, just like you. And you may be wondering, if these two new segments are the chicken parmesan and the lasagna classico, then what of the fettuccine alfredo? Well, Madison McGill will let you know about that.
Thank you, Anthony. And as we wrap up this TED Talk, much like Olive Garden drops off those mints at the end of your meal, we are dropping new producers next semester. As co-EPs, we have Angela Oriema and Eli Brunsman, and producers Anthony Miglieri, Michael Smith, Celia Lavoie, Caitlin Demline, Parker Carlson, Rob Segovia, Noah Ballard, and Tyler Landis. And that is the end of our TED Talk. So everyone, go to Olive Garden, because at Olive Garden, you're family.